Good afternoon, Standard 8 students. Today I shall be teaching you Chapter 11, a poetry Ode to a Skylark by P.B. Shelley. Okay, her full name is Percy Bysshe Shelley. Okay. Now, this poetry is actually dealing with a particular bird which has had a magical impact on the poet. So, and then the poet uses a lot of imageries to express how he felt when he heard the sound of the skylark. So before I teach you the poetry, now writing poetry is, you have to use certain techniques, certain styles, and above all you have got to use imageries. Now what is an imagery? Imagery is a way of describing things, okay, that appeals to the five senses. Now when we want, how do we enjoy certain things in our lives? So how do we enjoy a poetry? How do we enjoy listening to a song? Some songs make you feel sad, some songs make you happy, and there are some songs make you dance. As soon as you start beginning to hear the song, then your body starts, getting in tune. So this is the effect of a poetry. All right. Now, what are the five senses that we talk about? It is sight. What do we see? How much can we describe what we see? And how do we describe it? When we look at something beautiful, we say, wow, awesome, fantastic, beautiful, marvelous. Okay. Now these are referring to sight. So how do we describe something? When we are made to describe, we don't feel, like I say, marvelous. For me, it is only a word that is describing something good. But to bring out the real meaning, it is, it has to come from within. Marvelous. Means the word, the meaning, and the emotion is felt. So, sight plays an important role. Then your sound. If someone takes a pompo baja and blows it next to your ears, it is very irritating. But when you hear something pleasant, then you also blend with it. So sound also plays a very important role, because I'm talking about these imageries because they're all involved in this particular poetry. So while explaining the poetry, then you will understand what sense or what imagery has been used. Okay, the next one is smell. When we smell something good, we say, wow, fantastic, beautiful, lovely. Because you are blending with that fragrance. Now when there is an odor, bad smell. So we make funny faces dealing with the kind of filthy or dirty bad smell that we are experiencing. So that is how a poet, he makes his readers to understand all this. Okay, the next one is smell or taste. How do we react? When we taste something good, then we make a nice feel, lovely, beautiful. Okay. But if we taste something which is not to our liking, then we start making all sorts of faces. These are the moments the poets capture in words. Okay. Like I've just chewed green chili and I'm not liking it. Now this expression on my face, the way I have reacted, the poet will beautifully explain this. Okay. Now how do we express this? By making the other person know, oh, you should have seen his face. My God, what a sight. That means you have already explained the way the person had reacted to taste. Then the touch. The next one is touch. When we touch, we have a gentle touch, we have a hard touch. Okay. Then we say something that has touched our heart. It does not mean that we take something and poke it into your heart. Somebody's words, speech has, captured your heart. Their words have penetrated through your heart. So, writing poetry or learning of poetry, you will only able to do it if you actually understand. Once you understand the poetry, then you understand the technique, the skill. So one of the techniques is by using imagery. Okay. So today's lesson will be based on imagery. So I will be sending the notes of, first I will send the poetry, the soft copy of the poetry, and then I will deal with the imagery which you will have to write and learn. Then I shall continue with while explaining the chapter, then I will keep giving you word meanings and question and answers. So first you must understand there are 7 types of imagery, okay, which is used as a component or as a tool to compose or to write a poetry. Okay. And when we talk about sound, then there are some pleasant sounds and somewhere there are unpleasant sounds. So first of all, tomorrow I shall explain the poetry, but let us learn the technical aspects of how the poetry has been written and how we are going to recognize the different imagery that is used in the poetry. Okay. Then the different devices that are also used in this particular poetry. Okay. So now, I shall keep it till here now. Okay. And then from the next class onwards, I will explain and give you the word meanings so that you could write it down well. Now, I've been sending the soft copy of the lessons as well. Now, before you could touch whatever exercises that is given for homework, please read the lesson also. Okay. Now I'll be sending the soft copy of the poetry, and your homework will be the imagery. You will have to write a definition of all 7 imageries. Okay. Thank you.